Thank you all for being here tonight. There's lots of things we can be doing. We're gonna go through this very, very quick tonight because there's another very exciting call with Jim Coover that I know a lot of you have already registered to be on promptly at the top of the hour here. So what normally would have taken 45 to 50 minutes, now I'm going to do in record time. So you better have your pens and pencils out if you want to take some notes. And as you can see by the screen here, we've got some folks holding a piece of a puzzle, and it does take a team for a billion-dollar project. And don't be fooled. It is not a one-man band. There is no superstar. It takes a team. You know, here in Houston, I'm known as the Cleanse Cowgirl. I've worked very hard, by the way, to brand myself that way. And I will walk into a room, and people will not know my name, but they'll know I'm that cleansing person, or that cleanse cowgirl, or the cleaning cowgirl, some of the guys even say. But Cleanse Cowgirl is nothing without the team, without the pieces of this team. So it's so important that we honor and appreciate the different pieces of the puzzle that each person brings. One person is talented in one area, another person is talented. None of us know it all. None of us can do it all. And that's why you want to embrace your team members, find out where their strengths are. Don't focus on their weaknesses, focus on their strengths. And then when we start putting all these pieces together, the board gets stronger, the team gets stronger, everything gets stronger, and it gets bigger, and it will sustain a lot of different things. Jimmy Smith has been teaching for years now, have a dream, form a team, and get into action. The problem is, when we look at the people in our life, they scare us, our friends and our family. They just cripple us with fear. Well, why is that? Why do you have people like Kim Claver training how to build a $1 million network marketing business without your friends, family, and neighbors? Well, it's because there's a fear there. Not because it's the way it should be done, but there's a fear. If you look at this slide, we've got a lion, we've got a bear, and we've got a laughing hyena in the middle. And if that reminds you of your family, well, that's good, because it reminds me of mine way back when. But when you think about it, literally, think about this. When a lion roars, why is it roaring? And when a bear is growling, why is it growling at you? It's because it's scared. It's scared that you're going to somehow affect its way of life, affect its existence. And its very existence is all it knows. That's why they are aggressive. And that is the only reason why. Otherwise, they would just kind of meander off and do their own thing. Well, it's like that with our friends and family. This is the true picture, though, on this screen. This is really who they are. They have more fears than you do. And you know how I know why? I know why that is true? Because they are, sorry about that, they're searching for the answers that you've already found. So believe it or not, when you're facing that relative that is scaring you, or that friend that is scaring you, or that list of people that, you know, that really scary list, they're the ones that are really scared because you've already found the answer. You're just looking for people that want to hear the answer. So try and switch what's happening in your brain, you know, realign what's going on up there, and talk to yourself. And help yourself to understand that the fears are their fears. They shouldn't be yours. So don't take ownership for them. Well, then you might say, they call me a nutcase. Wow, I've been called a nutcase many times by many family members and friends. You know, and that's okay too. Because guess what? They called Jimmy Smith a nutcase. His wife took him into therapy. He tried to sign up as a therapist when he got there. Donald Trump's been called a nutcase. There's a lot of very successful people that have been called nutcases. Hello? Okay? But if you want to have what other people have not, you've got to do the things that other people will not. And that's what Jimmy did. That's what many of us have done. But here's what you want to see, and you're seeing it on the screen. Today's mightiest oak, the mightiest oak of all, was yesterday's nut that held its ground. Started out with that little acorn there, but it held its ground and didn't let anything get in the way. And through all kinds of storms and all kinds of weather, wind, rain, sleet, wherever it was, because most of the oak trees that we're talking about here are in the very cold north. But that consistency is what gave it life and continued to grow and grow and grow. You've heard it before, winners never quit and quitters never win. And if you ask President Bush these days, he could probably really give you a good story to show that, all about 9/11 9 years ago, when he said, we will not falter. We will stay with this the course, and we will prevail. We will have our day, and that's exactly what's happened now. So let them call you a nutcase, but if you want to have what others have not, you have to do the things that others will not. Excuse me. And that includes approaching your friends and family. Your family, your friends, not mine, not George's, not Alex's, not Tracy's, your family. Okay? And what does the your stand for? Unlimited referral source. Free. They're all around you. They already know you. They like you. They trust you. Hopefully. These are the people who know who you are. And they're your unlimited referral source. You don't have to pay for these leads. You don't even have to work hard to have the conversations. You have to be willing to do it, though. Well, let me go back here because I don't want you reading that screen. There's a group of very special leaders that are putting a list together right now on all the ways you can tap into your friends and family. And we're going to have that over to Alex, so hopefully he'll get it up on the website before the week's end. However, I put together a few approaches here. And in these approaches, we're going to talk about how you can actually get this going right now. You can actually tap into that market that is so precious to us, the friends and family that are, maybe in the next room, maybe in the next couple houses down, maybe a state away, doesn't matter. Remember, they know, like, and trust you. And those are the people that can make the biggest difference in the shortest period of time in our business. It took me a long time to learn how to tap into that group of people. So I'm going to share this with you, exactly what I do. Approach number one is the interview. It's my favorite approach. I call it the interview. And I'll give you an example. My sister, who is now on Isagenix, was one of those people she was pretty tough in the beginning. So I'm going to kind of role play by myself here exactly how I would approach my sister. Now, she is on these products, but she wasn't always. I would sit down and I would say, Deb, her name is Debbie, Deb, the way I see things now from the time I've been with Isagenix, I've learned a lot. You really have three options. Number one, we can take care of your life's vehicle or your body right now, and the prevention cost is deliciousness. These products are delicious. They taste great. They're really good, and you can integrate them into all of your meals and your lifestyle just the way it is right now, and just improve your health that way. Or wait until symptom alarms start to go off, and then you deal with the repair cost, and that can be very, very expensive. And I'll give you a quick story. The brother of my life partner just had an operation last week, and he had a kidney removed. Young guy, had to have a kidney removed. Wonder what would have happened if he had been cleansing since the day he met me 2 years ago. something to think about. Or you can ignore prevention, ignore alarms, ignore statistics. The cost, though, is joining the millions who suffer and die each year from heart disease, cancer, diabetes, or other preventable tragic degenerative diseases. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So you can join us or you can join them. What do you think, Deb? What do you think is the best plan for you? And then just shut up and listen and wait. Then you can go on. Let me be clear, Deb. I make money at this. All of us who work at Saving Lives make money doing so. Doctors, nurses, surgeons, EMTs, X-ray technicians, chemotherapists, transplant couriers, etc. I just have more fun than they do because the people I work with are happier. Why? Because they're healthier. And guess what, Deb? They can get checks instead of bills if they choose to. I can show them how, just like me. So what do you want, chocolate or vanilla? There you have, in 2 slides, a complete presentation of Isagenix in less than 10 minutes with someone that you love. Okay, approach number 2. Because you might not like approach number 1. You might not feel comfortable with it. It might not be your cup of tea. That's okay. Take from the basket that which works for you, that which you are seeking, okay? So here's another option for you, approach number 2, and I call it the question. Hi, Deb. I have a question for you. You're my sister, and I know you love me. So if I had the opportunity to open a restaurant with a team of very successful multimillionaires that offered amazing, affordable food, actually good for you, could I count on you to recommend it to at least 2 of your friends? Chances are she's going to give you a couple of names. Well, of course, yes. Well, who would those people be? Get their names. Now, she may say to you, well, yeah, but I would want to try it first. Great. Do you want chocolate or vanilla? Because isn't that what you've done? Haven't you opened up your own store with incredible multimillionaires that are offering amazing, affordable food that's actually good for us? And you see, all you're looking for is a referral. If she wants to get on board, great. But if she doesn't, fine. Give me some names of people that would like some amazing, affordable food that's good for them. So there's your approach number 2. Approach number 3 with friends and family, and I call it gifting. And I love doing this, and I do it all the time. One way you can invite is through an Evite. Evites are free. They cost nothing. You can go to evite.com, sign up. There's no postage. There's no monthly fee, nothing. You send out a beautiful invitation. You create it. You can send it out to your entire list of whoever, sorry about this on my screen here, whoever you want to invite, okay? And here's an example of what you could have on there. You're invited to join your friends for some fun, laughter, great food and drinks. You deserve a break. See you soon. 5:30 to 8, adults only, please. Come as you are. Nothing to bring but you. So make it easy for them. 5:30 to 8, that's not too late. Okay, they can come right from work. You don't want a bunch of kids running around. That creates a whole different situation. Come as you are. They don't have to change clothes if they're coming straight from the gym or whatever. And they don't have to bring anything. You don't have to bring a bottle of wine. You don't have to bring a dish. Nothing. Just come as you are. Make it easy for them, okay? And then when they get there, the gift. And my screen doesn't want to click. Let's try this. There we go. The gift. Now, you want to keep this a secret, okay? Here's your menu. Salad a la Isagenix. chop up a nice fresh salad, real pretty looking, and sprinkle what? Isagenix on the top, right? And then you want to make a juice that everyone can start drinking the minute they get there. And I call it my Isajuice, and I make this, and I drink this all day long. And I've got a shot of greens, reds, cleanse, and calcium, Isacal, in this with water. It's absolutely delicious. It's refreshing. You pour it over ice, and you're getting all this great, great, great nutrients, and it tastes fantastic. Okay, so they're coming in from work or wherever. You give them a great big cold glass of Isajuice, okay? And then the first part of the meal is your soup, and I call it the souped up Isaline tomato soup. What is that? Well, you take the tomato soup and you put some basil, maybe some cilantro, some fresh garlic chopped up in the soup, and you can add whatever you want to it, but if you just add those items right there, it's absolutely yummy. And it's your first course, and they will love it. And then you can either do this in the oven or out on the grill. This is Texas. We do everything on a grill here, even though that's not the smartest thing. But you take some grilled, marinated chicken breasts, okay, and you marinate them in tamari or something similar. About a half a stick of Want More Energy lime, garlic, and olive oil. You marinate that for a couple of hours before you're going to put it on the grill. Absolutely to die for. Of course, you want to have some kind of a potato or pasta or something. So I like to use fresh mashed potatoes, make them very light, use a little bit of Isaline chicken soup, okay? And you put that in after the potatoes are already mashed, and you can mash them up with a little bit of garlic if you want, or any kind of seasonings. You put in some Fiber Pro and a scoop of the Isaline chicken soup. It is to die for. You'll never miss butter and milk ever again. It is just delicious. And then one of my favorite things is the virgin Isarita. And basically you take your Want More Energy, a complete stick of the lemon lime, and a half a stick of the orange. And you put that in our blender, our Isa blender, and you fill that up with ice, and then you fill it to the top with water. And of course you've got your Want More Energy in there, and you let it rip. And let me tell you what, it's an Isarita to write home about. They will love it. And then for dessert, you cut up some bars, you roll them in coconut oil, then you roll them in Isagenix, and you top them on a frozen chocolate shake, and that is just making a shake with lots of ice, really, really thick, and then you sprinkle a scoop of reds on top, and it's like melting berries on top, and it is yummy, yummy, yummy. And they will never forget this meal. And what you want to do is you want to have products all around the house. Of course, you want to be a product for the products. You always want to have products around, but especially this night, you want to make sure all these products you're using are around. So when people say, oh my gosh, that chicken is so delish, how did you make that? Well, there you go, okay? When they leave, you make sure they go home with a packet of shakes and a slim cake. And there's your gift to them. Now, does that mean everyone that ate that night is going to sign up the next day? Absolutely not. It is a way to start communicating with them in a friendly way, in a way that does not include absolute degradation to you. They're going to be asking you, what did you put in that? What is that stuff? That was delicious. This is rejection-free, folks, and fun. And these are the people you love. They're your friends and family. They need to know this is how you eat. Okay. Now, there were some questions sent in from our callers in this morning, who I want to thank for being there again this morning. And I want to encourage all of you to be on the Monday morning call, get a couple of tips and a few things to think about through the day, so it's a great place to be. And one of the questions, I believe this one was from Dwayne Adams, was when to approach your friends and family. Well, day one, minute one. Don't wait, but do it with an expert. Do it with a tool, and or do it with an event. When you bring a new partner on board, that first day is one of their most exciting days. They are excited. That's why they're moving forward. That's the time to leverage that excitement, leverage that new belief system. It's like, when do you want to show off a brand new baby? Day one. Here's my new baby. Look at how beautiful my baby is. You want to brag, right? Well, do the same thing with your new baby here. Take that baby out for a spin, but don't let that baby go alone, because it's going to get hit by a truck if you do. You want to be there, and you want to be holding that baby. And that baby is going to get everybody's attention, but you're there to make sure everything goes well. So day one, with an expert, with a tool. Go for it. Go after their friends and family with all of your passion that you can muster up. Okay, another question that came in was, how do you handle people that say, I have enough money? Well, here's what they're really thinking. I'm really afraid I'm not capable of anything more. They're really not saying they have enough money. Donald Trump doesn't have enough money. Ask him. In this day and age, how can you have enough money? There is no security anymore. So some of the questions you might want to ask this person to really help them to see their denial is, well, are you debt-free? If they say yes, great. Are you free of any time constraints? Most of them are going to fall apart right there. But if they say yes, great. Are you prepared for retirement to 120 years old? Let's say you live that long because you're so healthy. Well, you're going to probably get a lot of resistance around that. But if they say yes, say great. Can you stop working today and maintain your current lifestyle? That's going to stop a lot of people in their tracks, trust me. But if they say yes, say great. And then say, or ask, are you giving back for all of that incredible success? Because you can join us and give back. Because you can actually help us, help your family and friends that don't have the benefits that you have in your life, haven't achieved these incredible things that you've achieved, which I want to honor incredibly, because that's just unbelievable. It's for the record book. And you can actually set up with anyone that you would like to donate whatever income is created by you helping us to go to that charity. Isagenix has it set up that way because we really do care about people. Another question was, when you are known for another business, how best to approach people? Well, I am Susan Q, or Susie Q, and I'm a realtor, and I love what I do. I love what I do. And if you've got a house to sell, or you've got a house you want to buy, or a building, or whatever, I'm your gal, because I'm going to take care of you. My passions, though, are wellness and wealth. I was looking for the solutions and found one solution for both. And that's what I'd really love to talk with you about today. See, you can have more than one hat. Some of you love what you do. You'll never retire from what you do. If you were making $1 gazillion a week with Isagenix, why should you? This is just about being happy, not changing your life just to change it, but to bring your life to where you want it to be. So if you love being a realtor, if you love being a whatever you are, don't stop doing that. Just let them know what your other passion is. How do you go about approaching relatives, close friends, when they have already turned you down? Well, that's a great question. I think Carol sent in that question. Great question. Hold your ground. Just keep on keeping on. Invite them to the party. Let them come to your house. Let them see that you are not going to try and convince them. You're not going to whine about it, and you're not going to beg them. You're just living the dream. You're living health and wellness. You're living the journey of financial freedom. Now, you might not have it yet, but you're in that journey. And they can join you at any time. But if you try and convince them, you whine about it, or you beg them, or you try to push them, You're just going to push them away. You want to be a billboard everywhere you go. I love going to the beach. If you're at the beach, let them see who you are. If you go for a hike, let them see who you are. If you're up flying around in the sky, let them see who you are. Everywhere you go, people should know what you do. They should know by what you do, how you act, and how you look. You can never, ever empty out my purse and not find Isagenix in there. It would never happen. You can't go in my car. You can't go anywhere that I am. In our travel home, everywhere in my life, you will see Isagenix, every room in this house. You have to be able to say that same thing, because if you're not living it, you're not walking your talk, and you will be found out. And, so what about that? The real thing is, if you're not doing that, you are missing the boat, baby, because these products are the best on the planet, and they need to be in your body. And if they're not with you all the time, then you're not getting them all the time. That's why we have AM, PM packs. When they get it, when your friends and family get it, and they have that, now I understand what you were talking about. And the person I was telling you about with the kidney that was removed, he now has that aha. And now we're talking about Isagenix again. But this is what happens. Then they will be serving the bars cut up on a plate, and they'll be drinking that shake every day, and they'll be jumping for joy because they feel so good, and they will be the leader of your band because they will be telling everybody. And that's what it's about. It's about duplication. Now, I put this slide here just to remind you at this point that the tallest trees are found in the most exposed places. If you get knocked down a few times, hello, join the rest of us. You're not alone. It's okay. Just get up. It's okay. I promise you, it's really okay. You can weather the storm. Just believe in what we have, and you have no reason not to, because we have the best. And the best is going to get so off the charts, even better. It's mind-boggling. Anybody sleeping these days? Holy cow. The rewards. The rewards are amazing. Your friends and family will love you. Just don't, like I said, don't convince, don't beg, don't do all that stuff. Just be who you are. Be the billboard. And the duplication will continue. And all those little acorns will start falling at your feet. And your checks will go up, or your cycles will start going up. And then one day you'll sit back and you'll lean back on that tree and you'll just be, dreaming of the next two little acorns, one for the left leg and one for the right leg. But meanwhile, you'll be enjoying your life. And that's what this is all about, enjoying your life. And I'm sorry for my hoarseness. I've been on training calls all day long, and that's what it's about. It's teaching other people what you know. That's why these calls are so important. These webinars, bring your team to these webinars. These webinars make the difference. And I just want to go back to one slide here quickly to remind you as we end this call. Bear with me here, going backwards. I'm not really good at this stuff, but it's okay because Alex is. And you see, he's on my team. He's one of those pieces of the puzzle, and I love him for that. But this is who they really are. Don't forget this. You could print this one out once this is up on the website. Print this out and put it in front of you. This is really who they are. They just have more fears, and they're searching for the answers, and you are genius because you have the answers. Don't be afraid. Don't hide your talents or this incredible company of products and wealth opportunity. Don't hide it under the bushel. The Bible talks about not doing things like that. Get it out there and just keep it out there and just share it. Share it with love. Share it with unconditional love, which means if you didn't like what you ate tonight, that's okay because I'm going to keep feeding you this stuff until I find something you like, until you get it, until you have your aha moment. And that's how easy friends and family are. They will come around. They will all come around. There may be a few that don't, but for the most part, as long as you continue to walk your talk and be the billboard, they'll meet you there at some point in your journey. Thanks for listening here tonight. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for being a part of this team. And I encourage everyone to get on the call here with Jim Coover. Good night, everybody.